If you take a look at some famous celebrities, you'll notice that their hairstyles evolve as they get older, and most times for the better. Logan Paul is a great example of this. His hair in the beginning stages of his career sucked. Super overgrown on the sides, and you can obviously tell he's trying to hide that receding hairline. You're not slick, Logan. But look at Logan's hair now. Insane difference. He's got a very unique hairstyle to say the least, but it really works for him and his personality. And honestly, I have the same exact story as him. A lot of us do. I've had short hair, medium hair, long hair, and now back to shorter hair again. So over all those hairstyles, I've learned what works and to cut out all the stuff that doesn't work. So in today's video, I'm gonna be giving you the right parameters to follow for you to pick the right hairstyle for your age. If you are 18 and under, literally do whatever you want with your hair. I know that might not be extremely helpful, but these are the years that you need to experiment with different hairstyles because no one will judge you too harshly because of your age. So experiment, try as many hairstyles as you want because this is a stepping stone into a more evolved hairstyle later on in your life. And if you get lucky and you find a hairstyle that you love, then that's perfect, rock it. But I promise you, even if you love this hairstyle now, over time you'll find a way to refine it and make it look even better. Because trust me, I've been there too, specifically with the textured fringe. So here's a picture of the textured fringe I used to rock versus the textured fringe now. It's the same hairstyle, but in my opinion, my new textured fringe looks so much better and cleaner. Now onto ages 18 to 24. So this is kind of an interesting and kind of a weird age for hairstyles because a lot of guys, including myself, want to appear older. So it's either you're a young guy like me who kind of wants to be taken more seriously, or maybe you're an older dude who just has a baby face. Hair can play a huge role in how you look. I mean, just look how old I looked when I had my long hair to how I look now. I look 10 years younger. And the main thing I learned about this most recent haircut I got is that the more edgy kind of hairstyles you should avoid if you're trying to look older. Now, I will say this, there's nothing wrong with edgy hairstyles at all. I actually really like them. But if you're trying to appear older, these edgy hairstyles won't do that for you. Some hairstyles you might want to choose to appear older are the side part and slightly grown out sides. Or if you still want something that's a bit edgier, go for a fade instead of an undercut like I did with my fringe. The fade just makes you look more sophisticated, and it's not such a hard transition like the undercut is. Like you see here, I used to have a very huge transition from my sides to the top of my head versus what I have now, which is still edgy and youthful, but it looks a little bit more mature and more clean. And a thing to remember is that you can always choose a hairstyle that you like. Just tweak it a little bit to find a more mature version of it. But again, the side part, the slick back, the grown out sides, these are solid options to get yourself to appear older. Now onto the guys who are 25 years old and up. Now I understand that there is a big difference between a hairstyle a 25-year-old can have compared to a 40-year-old, but the advice remains the same. It's all about accumulating the knowledge you've gained over these years to deal with your own head of hair and to maximize it to its full potential. The biggest thing I want to make clear is that your hair doesn't have to get more and more boring the older you get. Unless you're starting to lose your hair, then yes, you are limited to less options. But your hairstyle should always be who you are and how you want to represent yourself. I think going back to Logan Paul's current hairstyle is a great example of this because mullets are one of the most out there hairstyles right now, but Logan showed that even mullets can have a more mature look to them. And here's just a few other examples of what I'm talking about. And of course, it'll always be an edgy hairstyle, but just because you're getting older doesn't mean you need to leave all the fun to the younger guys. But a key sign that older men should pay attention to is making your hair look a little bit more natural. Hairstyles that are obviously all chalked up with products that are visible to the eye, like gels or really any hair product that makes your hair look crispy and just crunchy. I'd say leave that for the younger guys. Let them make those mistakes with the hair products and just focus on making your hair look more natural. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this kind of gave you a perspective on what you can do and what you should do with your hair at each stage in your life. I'll see y'all in the next one.